Did you see Christoph Cohen's comment on Jason Bourne?
No.
Oh, Ty's back. Well, I guess I'll just rewatch last week's podcast. What the fuck did I do? That's hilarious.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard, man.
Oh my god.
Hey guys, and welcome to episode 57 of the Up Relay podcast. My name is Scott Ellis. I'm joined here by Tim McGavick.
What up?
How's it going, Tim?
I am so good.
Get hype.
Yeah.
Also joining us, Tyler Spitolsky.
I'm back! I was back last episode, actually.
We know.
Okay. You guys need to be more excited about that.
We know.
The fans are excited.
And Adam Franey.
Yo. Squad.
Can you stop saying like that, please?
Sorry. What do you mean?
It's disgusting.
The listeners have no idea. Just deal
We
with
don't
it.
like it
You
when
just
you
spread eagle.
spread your legs like that.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Let's just run down some of the topics we're going to discuss on this week's episode. As usual, we're going to talk about our last seen movies. And this week, our review of the week is Suicide Squad, much anticipated film. So we're going to get into that review later. And we do have a couple trailers to review later as well in our news segment. So if you guys do want to skip ahead, you can click on any of the timestamps below. And you can skip ahead to any of the topics I just mentioned. And don't forget to leave a like on this video, leave a comment, and of course subscribe to our YouTube channel if you like our stuff. So, let's get into our last scenes, gentlemen. Anyone want to start us off? I see Adam reaching for his phone, but Tim is...
Really?
I also have mine queued up ready to go.
Yeah, Adam,
Like I usually
you're done?
do.
Tim.
I have a tie-in.
Oh!
The movie starring Margot Robbie
Uh-huh.
from 2015. Z
Z?
for Zachariah.
Son of a-
Starring Margot Robbie, Chudal Ejiofor.
Chitue Ejiofor.
Wow. And Chris Pine.
for.
Written by Nassar Modi, directed by Craig Zobel, based on the book by Robert C. O'Brien.
Those are some names.
Book is very different. Apparently there's only 2 characters in the book, not 3, so the love triangle thing never happens.
Bizarre.
But
Really?
after an unknown nuclear event has leveled most of the world, a young woman finds a man on the edge of her farm. As she takes him in, they begin to fall for each other. But when another man appears, tensions begin to grow.
Tensions growing.
Who has seen this?
I have not seen this.
Of course, yes. I wasn't even looking at you.
Thank you so much.
Adam?
I have not, sir.
I have.
Glad to be back.
Gorgeous looking movie.
Yeah, it looks good.
There's some fantastic... It's shot in New Zealand.
I'm in.
So it's just like gorgeous, like...
Certain trilogy was shot.
There's this
there.
one shot
I
specifically
didn't know
where
it was
like
shot there.
you see like trees like waving
Sweet.
in the wind. It looks amazing.
I need an excuse to watch this, Tim. Just
There you go.
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
That's it.
And
Performances are all great from all 3. We mentioned earlier that Chris Pine plays a really good hick. He does, because he's pretty much like a hick in this one, and he's pretty solid.
yeah.
he's so good as a hick.
Chudal is pretty great as well. Margot Robbie is good. Accent was actually pretty sweet. She played like a Southern person.
Oh,
Southern belle.
really?
Um,
And it held.
Story was interesting enough. I think for me though, I did not like the ending. It was too vague about what happened. But besides that, I liked a lot of the back and forth between the characters. It was pretty good. There were some tense moments.
I like a nice ambiguous ending. What do you mean
a little
too
too
vague?
ambiguous.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember
No such
exactly
thing.
what happened.
No such thing.
Because I didn't love it.
Yeah. I liked it.
The performances were good. That's what I got out of it.
Yeah?
But the story itself, I was like,
Yeah. Left a little bit to be desired.
but
Alright, well.
I'm gonna hit this with a heavy 3. Not much to say about it.
Glowing.
sick.
Yeah.
You loved it.
You literally
Loved
looked
it.
repulsed as you said MV3.
Oh my god! No, yeah, it's solid. It's worth a watch if you have some time. The performances are really, really good. Shot really well. It's directed really well. It's just the I don't know, man. The ending
What was missing? Was it the ending?
I think it was the ending.
Yeah.
didn't quite have enough. Like I'm cool with vague endings, but if you're gonna
Right.
leave it vague, like leave me with like a punch.
Mm-hmm.
This just kind of like petered out. And I was just like, oh, that's how it's gonna end.
I was hoping it would be a little bit more like thriller-ish, but it was like
Yeah,
it was more like just their like melodrama, basically.
yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
really.
much.
Yeah.
Remember, I feel like the trailer was trying to make you think like, dum dum dum, like it's gonna be a thrill.
The trailer's probably full of like gun pointing and stuff, because there's like 2 scenes where guns are pointed.
Yeah, there was
They
like
probably
a
use that a
there
lot.
was like a slow build up, and then the end of the trailer was just like a gun being pointed.
Yeah,
like,
I think there's a shot of like Chiwetel Ejiofor and Chris Pine both pointing their gun at something like to hunt.
Yeah.
But Chris
Yeah.
Pine is like behind him on an angle.
Yeah.
That was a good scene.
And it's like, oh shit.
Yeah. But yeah.
sad.
Solid movie.
All right.
S for sad.
As for Seth.
S for Sav.
As for Seth. Ty, you want to jump in next with
I'm going to
yours?
jump in next. I have a little bit of a tie-in as well. Yeah, so get hyped for that.
Ties tie-in?
I have a ties
we haven't
tie-in.
had a true ties tie-in in...
It's been a long
So
time. You
long.
keep touching my knee.
No one can see that.
Okay. I just thought I'd bring
If
it
they
up.
can't see it, didn't happen.
That's fair. Okay. So,
You never bring it up when I touch your knee.
well, it's because I like it.
Okay.
All right. It's Franny, though.
No.
So-
Sorry, listeners.
Yeah, so we're just going to breeze by that. So, here we
I'm
go.
not
Ready?
wearing pants.
No, who wears pants when you record?
Sausage party.
Body of radio. Members of an elite DEA task force find themselves being taken down one by one after they rob a cartel safe house. Directed by David Ayer.
Okay, now we're getting very familiar.
This is 2014 Sabotage.
Sabotage.
Starring
Listen, oh,
yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sam Worthington, Joe Mango Ninello. So that's why I tried
nailed
to figure
it.
out his name.
Janela.
Josh Holloway, Terrence Howard, a bunch of other no names. Oh, they're
Elegant.
yeah,
Some
A
other
bunch of fucking
some
bums.
yeah. It's like literally faces no one has ever seen or cares about.
I literally have no idea what movie this is.
Really?
Are you serious?
No
Yeah.
idea.
I
Blanking on this completely.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
I didn't
David
think
Ayer.
you did.
Not amazing.
No?
No, not amazing. It started off.
I know it's poorly reviewed.
It is very poorly reviewed. I remember when I looked up the Rotten Tomatoes score and I was like, I almost did a spit take. It's actually rated
Bizarre.
lower than Suicide Squad.
Really?
It's sitting at a 20% right now.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I was like, that's like, I know I didn't like it that much, but I'm like, 20? Really?
So they saw this and they said, we have just the man for Suicide Squad.
Yeah, let's get David Ayer. So, yeah,
Wow.
not like all the performances were actually pretty good. I liked Arnold Schwarzenegger in this. I thought he did very well. Sam Worthington was fucking amazing in this. Scott, have you seen it?
laughing?
Just the way you're like, the performances were good. I'm like, there's no way. It can't,
No, they
it
were.
can't-
That's the
Called
weird
out.
thing. It
Called
felt
out.
It can't be. It
no.
can't be.
Okay,
To be fair, I heard Sam Worthington's great.
Sam Worthington was amazing. in this.
Unrecognizable is
Yeah,
the word.
I
Really?
couldn't tell it was him.
I wish he did that more often.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And I heard Arnie was actually good.
Yeah, he was very good. Terrence Howard was weird as usual, but
Well, that's what he
that's
does.
what you get for
He
being
excels.
Soft-spoken weirdo.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
So, but like, it started off, very, very well, and then it just
What? I
I assume
mean,
there's some practical action.
there was a lot. It was
Stuff.
there was a lot of blood, like a lot of like very like it was very
Rated
very
R?
gore. 18A, I think.
Okay.
So you watched the
18A.
last, the end of the movie in front of us,
Yeah.
facing away
Yes.
with your headphones on, and there was some crazy shit happening at the end.
There was a lot of there was a lot of gore in the movie, but then at the end, like the last 20 minutes,
Off the rails.
it was more than the rest of the movie combined. Like it was
Really?
insane.
Kind of makes me want to see.
And it was well done too. Like it didn't look
Really?
it didn't look CG at all. It looked like they might have done like a lot of practical stuff
Really?
because it looked very well done.
I like David Ayer. I kind of want to see this.
Yeah, like it had
I
like a
love
bit
Fury.
it had a bit of an independent feel to it. Like
Yeah.
it didn't seem like a huge like blockbuster action movie.
Yeah,
Probably low budget.
Yeah, I
It
think
seemed
was.
it seemed like it might have been. That's why again like end of watch. I thought that was very good. It had the same kind of feel to it.
Mhm.
So we kind of kept going with that. It was very
There's
good.
a way I find of making his movies feel intimate, even if they are kind of a blockbuster,
Yeah,
like Fury.
this still felt very intimate.
Yeah.
But then like it just started going downhill. Like the story, it started out great, and then it
Yeah.
just trailed off into a direction which I think was just really stupid. It shouldn't have gone that way. Things happen. Like there's a lot of like suspense and mystery to this, so I can't really go into the story a lot.
Sounds familiar.
But yeah, it was just in the end I was just not impressed with it. Yeah,
Just a
What are you
schlim
hitting it
schlom.
with?
I'm gonna hit this with...
Do you think David Ayer sabotaged the...
I think he's sabotaging his own career right now.
Woo!
Yeah.
A 3 out of 5?
Hey, are you okay?
2 out of
You having
5?
a stroke?
What is it, boy?
Come on.
Timmy trapped in the well? Spit it out. We'll kill you off again.
I can't believe you just said that.
Go back to Cuba.
Want some fresh David Ayer?
I'm giving this a light 2. No, that's not fair. I'm giving this a 2.
That's fucking ruthless.
Yeah.
Right there.
Middle of the road.
Yeah, middle of the road.
Blast.
The
That's
really-
the way she goes.
Well,
The only-
less than middle of the road. Really? Isn't it 2 less than middle?
2 is
Slightly below.
right in the middle of 2.
It's like right there. Because you can't go any higher than like 5, right?
Middle of a 2.
So the only thing that's keeping this rating afloat is really just the performances and like the effects. But like the story,
Alright.
everything else is just
Second rate.
yeah.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Sad, man. Fucking sad.
Yeah. I'd watch it, but I would recommend it just for Sam Worthington.
Is he in it a
Who
lot?
does he
Yeah.
play? Like, what's his
Yeah.
character?
They're all part of like a DEA team.
Oh, okay.
So like they're like a DEA task squad, and like one of their missions goes really shitty. Like they're right at the
It
beginning.
goes awry,
It goes awry.
if you will.
It goes really, really shitty, Scott. Like it's terrible.
I want Arnie to have a resurgence in glory again.
I would be okay
Was
with
he
that.
good?
He was. He was
Like,
like
I'm dying to see him in something good.
he was. It was very. It wasn't like just again because he's known for his blockbuster action movies, right? So like this, it felt like he was still there, but it wasn't as huge as everything else he's done, which I think was actually kind of refreshing.
He's trying to make a comeback right now.
I'll think about
He's
it.
trying the smaller budget things.
I
smaller
honestly,
movies.
just for the effects and Sam Worthington, I'd recommend it just on that.
I'll see it. So you recommend the 2 out of 5?
Yes.
All right. I'm in.
Sick. Typical. Adam, what do you got for us this week?
Well, Scott, let me start off with a little plot synopsis.
So you have multiple synopses.
Yeah, just want to make sure you know,
Well-
synopsis plural.
Oh, what? All right.
You read like the Google and the IMDb one,
Yes.
or okay.
A deaf writer who retreated into the woods to live a solitary life must fight for her life
Okay.
in
okay,
silence
okay.
when a masked killer appears at her window.
Secret Window.
Hush, Ty, you moron.
Mm.
And
Hush,
also the
little
movie's
baby,
called
alright.
Hush.
Oh, okay. So not Secret Window.
No. Written and directed by Mike Flanagan. Also co-written by Kate Siegel, the star. John... It's a lot of unknowns. I won't say no names. I'll say unknowns. John Gallagher Jr. Michael Trucco.
My
Samantha
boy
Sw-
John Gallagher Jr. from
What's-
10 Cloverfield Lane.
Holy shit!
There you go.
Didn't even realize that's fucked.
Bunch of no names, American.
Bunch of nobodies. Samantha Sloyan and Emma Graves. Interesting fact, the director and writer Mike Flanagan and star Katie Siegel are married, and they came up with this on a date. Like, they just were out to dinner and just started like spitballing ideas for a movie, and they loved it so much that they literally just made the movie happen. It's pretty sick. And they needed almost no budget because it was like all shot in one house in the woods. They probably just like rented a cottage or something.
Or be their cottage. Yeah.
Yeah,
this
private
happen.
cottage. Busy guy, the director, has 3 movies coming out this year. Thought that was crazy.
Damn.
I heard this movie was great by many people, and I'm here to tell you today that this movie's good, but not great.
Not great.
It's just good. Not, as we all know, I'm not the biggest horror fan. It's undoubtedly kind of is what it is. It's a slasher flick, right? It's kind of your classic just girl alone in a house getting terrorized. But the thing I did like about it, though, was I like how they played with her being deaf. Like, that was actually a cool element to the storytelling, right? Like, the killer will, be right behind her in the window, like banging on the window and stuff like that, and every so often it'll go into her point of view, her POV, and obviously she can't hear anything, so like that really helped the scare factor and really like creeped.
Was there a score or like?
Yeah.
But like, was it
pretty good
silent? Like, could you hear any like noises, or were you like thrown
her
into
POV?
her perspective? Yeah.
No, you don't hear anything. No
Right.
score.
That's cool.
So, it
So
really
it's just
helps.
like silence.
Yeah. And
See,
you
that's
just-
cool.
You'll see like the killer like boom, 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 like banging on the window and just like going apeshit, but you're in her POV, so it's just literally no sound. So there's like sort of like I guess action sequences or whatever, like little chase sequences where there's literally no sound, and it actually made it more intense. I was like, holy shit, this is terrifying. Like there's a really cool climax scene, like the climax of the movie, no sound, amazing.
Contains less than 15 minutes of dialogue.
Yes.
Crazy.
Crazy,
Wow.
right? I read that as well. That's fucking insane. Which makes it like 70 minutes.
70 minutes occur without a single word spoken.
Yeah, right? Crazy.
It's sick.
There's like 3 characters in the entire movie, 3 or 4.
Just watch The Artist, you know?
Yeah,
Please.
exactly.
Please
Honed.
do. Love it. That's my
I don't know.
yearly plug for The Artist.
I'll watch it one day.
Never. You never will.
No,
I'll watch it.
I won't.
At this point, no.
I don't know. It just felt a little like familiar territory for these like horror slasher.
Is it a little gimmicky? Like, did they rely
A little
too much
bit.
on it?
Well,
Was that the only thing that made it different? Like,
that, and they introduced early in the movie, obviously she's a writer, so there's this throwaway line about how she has writer brain, she calls it, and like her friend comes over and she's like, how did you come up with that ending? I never saw it coming. It was brilliant. And she goes, oh, my mom used to call it writer brain. Like I can just constantly see the outcome of scenarios, and I always think of like the least likely scenario. So like,
I wonder, yeah.
right? It's like
She's going to
beating you
use
over the
writer
head.
brain
Boom.
at the end
Yeah.
to, like,
Yeah.
save herself.
Right. So like, very jarring. Like, I don't know. I find it very jarring how this thing comes back into play because you don't see
I
it
hate
at
that.
all.
I hate that's just lazy writing.
Yeah. Ironically, I was thinking this is not the best writing for a movie about a movie writer, like someone who like writes books and writes scripts and shit.
Like that's literally the best, like a great example of like just lazy, like foreshadowing.
exposition type thing. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing.
Lazy
yeah.
foreshadowing. Where you're like, that like weapon is going to be used later.
This
you know
is
what
going
I
to
mean?
come
Like,
back into
Yeah,
play
this
later.
is like, I think it's one of those things where like they have the ending written and they're like, we need to come up with a
Yes.
reason why this happened.
Now, how do we get there?
No.
One of us mentioned this a couple of weeks ago too about some other movie that had this
Maybe it was
like,
Independence
same thing.
Day. I think maybe it was Independence Day.
Yeah, where like they literally the only reason that piece of dialogue exists is so that the
serve
ending has like
A certain,
some sort of context.
Yeah. Which I hate.
Yeah.
I hate lazy writing like that.
You know what though? As I'm talking about it, to be fair, the scares were intense enough that I did forget about that line, and when it was a very clever way they used it. I thought it was clever, but it was also distracting. So I was like, right, the thing from the beginning. But like, it's good enough that
It wasn't too bad.
I forgot. It made me forget. Yeah. So like, I'd have to give it a heavy 3. It was good. But I don't know if like a movie like this I could ever truly love, just because I just don't really like the, like I always say all the time, I don't like the haunted house kind of thing,
Yeah.
unless there's like an amazing spin like Alien or something. But like,
Where the house is a spaceship.
yeah,
Oh God.
like that's
It's amazing. Mind blown.
Yeah, Alien's the best haunted house movie. Put it that way. Yeah, so I don't know.
So
heavy
true
3.
though.
Yeah, right.
Heavy 3.
Heavy 3. It's good. It's good. Not great.
All right.
Well, Scott.
I'm gonna jump in with my last scene.
Well,
I got a pretty good tie-in.
Oh,
Oh.
Pretty good tie-in.
pretty good tie-in.
Pretty good tie-in for a movie that came out in 1962. Okay.
Okay.
Harakiri, aka
Oh.
when a samurai kills himself.
Yeah.
That's actually not the name of the movie. That
Kari
part.
Squad.
A tale of revenge, honor, disgrace, centering on a poverty-stricken samurai who discovers the fate of his son-in-law, setting into motion a tense showdown of vengeance against the house of a feudal lord.
Ooh.
Directed by
Secret Window.
Masaki Kobayashi,
Yes.
starring Tetsuya Nakadai, who is the star of Ran, which came a couple of years later, 23 years later.
Jeez, really.
He was in a bunch of Kurosawa films as well. and some other actors and actresses that you wouldn't know. But yeah, this movie
Thank you.
is really good. This movie is really good. It's currently sitting at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Fuck.
So just a little bit above Sabotage.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
To be fair, a lot of these old movies on Rotten Tomatoes, there's not a lot of critic reviews for.
Small sample
So it's a
size.
little bit skewed, I think.
Right.
But it is really good. And just the way this movie is structured, there's a lot of flashback, and there's a lot of twists.
I'm in.
And like it's crazy. I was like,
A lot of
oh
big
shit! Like there's at least like 3 big twists.
Really?
Yeah, of like reveals and just like badassery that happens. And the amount of tension, like in there's a scene of Kari that happens
My favorite.
earlier in the movie. And there's just so much tension, it's ridiculous. Like, basically this guy, he comes to this feudal lord's castle, and he wants to commit seppuku, harakiri. He wants to kill himself because he's dishonored. He's impoverished, right? This isn't the main character, by the way.
Thank God.
And basically the Lord is like, well, these people keep doing this in order for the Lord to like feel pity for these guys, and then they bring them into their service. He's like, oh wow, such an honorable guy. He would be willing to kill himself rather than live in dishonor. That's a really cool guy. Let's get him on. Let's get him with us, right?
Okay.
So like these guys, like the Lord's in this, they're like, nah, buddy, we know what you're doing. So yeah, you can fucking kill yourself.
Literally.
Yeah. And it was such a tense scene because the guy's like trying to like delay it, and they're like, nope, here's your death robes. Nope, here's your sword. And then
Oh
he like pulls open his sword, and the most savage part of the scene is that he sold his actual blades of his sword because he was so poor that he had bamboo blades. It was just bamboo.
Oh, so many splinters.
And they're like, well, you gotta kill yourself with that blade.
Oh my
So
God,
get to
savage.
it, bud. It was fucking brutal. But just the way they built the tension in that scene with like close-ups on these guys' faces and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just the way it was shot, it was just done really well. And then when Tetsuya Nakadai comes in, he's just a badass as well. Just he's so great in it, and it sort of flashes back to his prior life and stuff because he's poor as well. And yeah, there's certain reveals that happen and twists that I mentioned earlier that really, like, I was like, where's the story going? Like, it seems like, he's gonna kill himself soon. Like, what's gonna happen? And then certain things happen, you're like, oh shit, plot thickens. I'm in. Yeah, I really like this movie. I'm gonna go heavy 4.
Oh,
Damn.
Heavy 4.
heavy 4.
Heavy 4.
Really?
I like me some samurai flicks
You don't say.
No,
Yeah.
what?
You like samurai?
about suicide,
Well,
right? Tie-in, Suicide
perfect
Squad.
tie-in.
So
Right time.
Yeah, I'm hype.
you guys need to watch some more samurai flicks.
I
Yeah,
know.
apparently.
Yeah,
I tend to review them every so
You
often.
seem to review
on podcasts.
all of them, always.
Every 4 weeks or so, yeah, you got a new one for us.
Yeah.
I just can't not. I gotta get my fix.
Last Samurai was my jump-off point. And it was a 5 bang, so I'm in.
I'll
Watch the classics
I'll
then.
watch The Magnificent Seven. That's
It's the best you'll do.
that's close enough.
It's a remake of a remake of a remake.
Literally. It's a remake of
It's a remake of a remake, which was a remake of a samurai film. So basically, you're watching a samurai film.
Yeah, that's how I got there.
Sick,
I like it.
Yeah.
sick. Or just watch Fistful of Dollars. That's close enough, right?
Close enough? Okay, I'll take
Only
it.
watch remakes of samurai movies that aren't samurai movies.
That's close enough.
With that, let's get into our review of the week.
Oh, that's squared.
Suicide Squad.
Intense.
Directed by David Ayer. Starring a lot of people.
Starring some
Will
folks.
Smith, Margot Robbie, Viola Davis, Jared Leto, Jai, Courtney, Cara Delevingne, Joel Kinnaman,
Can't wait till you say Killer Croc's name.
I'm not saying Killer Croc's name.
Say it.
Adewale Akinwumi Agbaje.
Nice.
Mr. Echo from...
That's
Mr. Echo.
That's right.
Jay Hernandez. Adam Beach. Among others. Tim, hit us with that Tim Knopf
Tension
side.
in the air.
Amanda Waller assembles a team of bad guys who she thinks can be used to do good in the world. And if not, they can at least be thrown under the bus.
Ooh, don't they know?
It's a decent synopsis.
Good Timnopsis, my friend.
Thank you.
Tim, what are your general thoughts
My
about
general
Suicide
thoughts?
It's like we're playing
Squad?
Russian roulette. I'm so scared.
This movie is a piece of shit. My general thought.
Rude.
Yes! I'll be the first one to say it.
Tigers?
Terrible.
No, I'm just so excited that he said that.
The DC.
Horrible movie.
Horrible.
Fucking
Horrific.
hated it. There you go.
Fucking hated
You're
it.
riding the critical wave on this one.
I'll pass it on to the next person. You can get into
Specifics.
specifics later.
There's lots of spoilers. We'll get into it. Ty,
Ty, as the resident DC hater that you're proud to be.
Oh, so proud.
What'd you think?
I'm getting badges made.
Get an honor. Get an
I was right.
about
Was not a good movie.
being bad.
I told you, if it came out and it was a good movie, I would admit it. And it was not a good movie.
Apparently, critics and Tim agree.
Yeah.
On to me now.
Yeah.
I'm shaking, my lips quivering. This movie, I will say, is a mess. It's a mishmash.
Okay, you're being way too nice about this.
Let him finish.
It's a mess.
It's his opinion.
It's a mishmash. It's a collage of random shit. And it was a collage of random shit that I had a lot of fun with.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. You enjoyed
I
it.
did not hate this movie.
Okay.
Definitely did not hate it. I did not love this movie. There's problems galore.
Yeah.
But I did not think it was a piece of shit. I liked a lot of stuff.
Suicide
Not
Squad.
hated it.
Doesn't make me want to commit suicide.
No.
Okay.
No, so there's that.
They should. That might have to be a quote for the poster. Considering.
Not, Ty would say makes me want to commit suicide.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Scott
not a great
Ellis up
film.
real late didn't make me want to commit suicide.
It's not great. It had, like you said, Adam, it has real problems.
Yeah.
We'll get into those later, specifically. But yeah, I like a lot of the characters in it. I liked certain scenes were good,
I agree.
right? That does not make a good movie.
I agree.
I want to clarify. I'm sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I guess
Okay, I want to clarify.
jump in now.
When this movie first came out, you guys, you know this. I said it was going to be a shit movie.
What do you mean when this movie first came out?
Or when this movie was first announced, and they started we heard about it, we started talking about it. I thought it was going to be just
You
shit.
say that
movie.
about every DC movie. So far, you're
He's been
right.
right.
And I've been right.
You're 3 for 3.
This movie was one step above what I thought it was going to be. I didn't hate it as much as I thought I was going to.
Okay.
There were some things that I did
Glowing.
like about this movie.
Right.
I did not like this movie, but it wasn't as garbage as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be shit.
So 5 then.
It was a 6 out of 5, obviously. No, it was... I just want to clarify that. It
Well-
wasn't absolute garbage.
I'll clarify myself. I am very disappointed.
Okay.
I did not think it was garbage. I don't
I
think
was-
it's the dumpster fire people are making out to be.
Adam and me
I
had
was
this conversation last week when the reviews came out.
Yeah.
The day the reviews came out, and we were at work, and I was like, I'm still excited for this movie. Like, I still
Yeah.
think it could be good.
Tim revealed to me that he was never excited. I didn't
Never been excited
even
for
realize
this.
that. He always thought it was going to be bad.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Ty, now, I
I'm
don't
very
bu-
vocal about that.
I don't buy that you weren't excited after the Queen trailer. I'm sorry, I don't buy that.
I was a little excited when the Queen trailer came out, but then one of you guys said that they just that's what they do. They add
Yeah.
fun songs to movie clips to get people more excited, and it fooled me.
It also adds fun songs to movies to fool you in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah.
Savage. Well, we can dive into...
We're going to go into that?
Yeah, we'll get into
I feel
that.
like everyone has so much to say. This is going to be like crazy.
I have a ton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I have an hour, please? Don't interrupt me.
Oh my god, okay.
Yeah.
Scott, you want to clarify anything? Or
Well, I was going to kind of finish my statement.
Don't.
Like, I like Will Smith as Deadshot. I think he was pretty good for what he was given. I like Margot Robbie. I think she was good as Harley Quinn. I thought she embodied that role pretty well. Viola Davis was pretty badass as Amanda Waller. Overall. Maybe not all the time. There's some... I have a little... One problem with her. And then, what do you guys... Let's get it with Jared Leto as a Joker.
Can I go?
That's where we're starting.
you want to start?
Yeah.
Probably one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Not only like look-wise, which I've never been on board with. I thought he looked terrible. His
You said
actual
that.
performance is horrendous.
That's savage. Fuck.
Close your ears, Ty.
So the 2 minutes...
It seemed like he was doing a Johnny Depp impression. That's it.
Is-
Johnny Depp impression.
I was going to hit him.
If Johnny Depp did the Joker, it'd be pretty close to this.
Yeah.
It's just this weird sexual thing. Like, he's very sexual for the Joker, which is weird because Joker is supposed to be like pretty asexual.
David Bowie. Apparently.
Like, Harley is
references.
in love with the Joker, but Joker's not in love with Harley Quinn. It's evident in like everything you ever see.
I think he loves
He's
the idea of
he
Harley
likes he likes having her around.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Well, but Deadshot's
He's like
in love with her,
obsessed.
Yeah.
right? Wrong.
What?
Right? Like,
What?
I'm saying, like, Deadshot's in love with her, right? From the comics? That's a thing? No.
Yeah,
Part of it.
exactly.
Yeah, I
In
don't
the
know.
movie, he's, like, in love with her.
Everyone is
Makes
apparently.
no sense. I
But
hate
like
it.
Joker's like obsessed with her in this movie. I'm like, no, he doesn't give a fuck.
Right.
Does not give a fuck.
No.
It's like they're giving, like, directors that don't know the characters at all. And they're just trying to make a good movie, which is
And it-
fine,
I guess Jared Leto's idea of Joker being creepy and stuff is just repeating words when he sees people. That's all he does.
No.
He walks up to someone. He's like, "Oh, you've been bad, or something like that." I'm just like, "What are you doing? This is terrible,
I think
terrible." Plus, he
Sorry.
adds
He
his
needs more
character
time. Sorry.
adds nothing to the story at all.
It was a glorified cameo.
right.
Nothing.
Well, that's what I was
His
going to
plot
say.
makes zero sense. Why is he in this movie?
I think the core problem here is, which is the core problem I knew from the second I saw the movie and read the reports, editing. Editing.
Yeah.
I think there was a great movie in
Well-
here, and it was edited down to shit.
Also,
disagree?
the
Like Jared Leto,
screenplay. The
especially.
screenplay. Like, it all comes down to that, right? If you write a good
Yeah,
screenplay with, like, a
guess.
structure, right? That makes sense?
I didn't have the biggest problem with the plot. They're just...
Because there isn't a plot.
Well, I didn't need a
plot?
crazy plot. I needed an action movie. Like, the plot didn't bother me. That's what the plot is. They're sent in to extract something. That's why they're created, the Suicide Squad. They're sent in to do a mission that would otherwise kill anyone else. And that's it.
Okay.
What? That's not...
I'm going to say
is
that
wrong? Like, what's
this is somewhat spoilers, but like they have army guys that go with them. They're perfectly capable of doing that themselves. I'll just say that. They're
Wasn't
fine.
the whole thing they didn't want to, like, risk them, but I guess they
They
are
still
with them.
sent like a squad that could have handled the problem themselves pretty
Sure.
easily.
That I might not agree with.
Well, that's the entire concept of a Suicide Squad movie, though.
I know.
They should have sent Killshot with the army, and then they would have been fine.
Deadshot.
What did I say? Killshot?
Yeah.
I love that he knows what he's
Kill
saying.
shot your own head.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
You mean Deathstroke?
Have a death stroke.
Yeah. Joker. I want to touch back. I want to touch on Joker for a second. Terrible portrayal. First of all, it was terrible in every way. He was not intimidating one bit.
No.
I was not scared of him. I did not think that he was in any way
I'd punch him in the
terrifying.
face.
I was just
I'd
like,
punch Jared Leto in the face.
you look like a teenager who's having a temper tantrum. Like he was just stupid. Yeah, dumb. Just dumb.
Looked like he was on ecstasy.
He did, and like he was forgetting like his surroundings, and he was just like having a great time, but he was just so stupid.
He was doing like Jim Carrey, like The Mask. Harley Quinn? You want Harley?
See, I didn't hate Jared Leto.
No?
Can I speak up?
Oh.
Can I give my
No! I
No!
didn't hate
Your
him
opinion
either.
is wrong.
I didn't hate him. I thought he was like okay, but I think there were bigger problems than Jared Leto in this movie. Like,
Oh yeah.
I think Jared Leto being in this movie is a pretty big
I
problem.
think he was put in position to fail. I think they chopped his, as he's been very vocal about, they chopped his scenes down so much, they're just showing nothing of context.
I'm quite okay with him being cut out of this movie.
You don't know that, though. You haven't seen his possible good stuff.
I'm good.
Like,
But
what if he had good stuff in there left on the cutting room floor? I don't know.
if it's even remotely close
What he was doing in the movie.
to what he's doing in
Like,
the
does he
movie,
even have lines? I don't remember him speaking.
he has
that much.
lines,
Yeah?
yeah, he does.
and they're terrible, and he performs it terribly.
He does a bit of overacting. He overacts.
It's
a bit.
overacted, for sure. It did also feel like, I was like, yeah, this is what I pictured, like, Jared Leto doing the Joker. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be doing what I'm expecting him to do. He's getting millions of dollars. He's a professional actor. I should be, like, enthralled. I wasn't, like, enthralled. I was like, yeah, that's, like, what someone would do if they were trying to do Joker.
Yeah.
It was, like, the first thing that came to my mind, like, try to be Joker-y. That's, like, kind of what he was doing.
Yep.
But I don't know. I didn't hate him. Like, the movie in general didn't give me this, I can't believe this, like, rage that people have, including...
I'm raging.
I think he was the
I'm
worst
raging probably as
actor
much
in
as
living.
you are when you saw Ghostbusters.
Oh, I was fucking...
Yeah.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
So this is your Ghostbusters?
It's my Ghostbusters. This is a terrible movie.
Really?
I think he
Well-
was the worst actor in this movie.
Uh,
Yeah, I think he had the worst performance in this.
so I'll save it for spoilers.
Okay, well, I thought... I'll
I have
start
a
with-
rebuttal for that.
Okay,
statement.
I'll on to that.
I thought a lot of the action was fun. I loved the characters. I loved every single character except who we just said, Joker.
Joker.
Because again, there's nothing to love. He was in it for like literally like 10 minutes. But I wanted to hang out with the characters more. I don't know if a different director would have been better or not getting fucked in the editing room by the studio trying to like make it into a funny movie or whatever. I thought Will Smith was great.
Yeah.
Like amazing. Every time he saved the movie for me. Every time I was getting bored and like, ooh, this is going off the rails, he just like was just Will Smith.
Brought it back in.
And I was like, wow, I love this guy. Like, just show me more of this guy. Even some of his dialogue, like you don't murder people and sleep like a kitten if you feel shit like love. Like I liked a lot of his
Yeah.
dialogue.
Like how I like his deliverance, like
Yeah.
his delivery.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I thought Margot Robbie was pretty close to perfect Harley Quinn. I don't know
What more could you ask for?
Yeah.
There was some
What
parts.
difference could you ask for?
I have some nitpicks with her.
And keep in mind, I'm like, I think they may not have had the best writing. Like they
That's
weren't
evident.
put in position to succeed.
Yeah.
I loved Killer Croc, the look of him. Like he looked amazing.
Very cool. Very practical. Loved it.
You didn't like how Killer Croc looked?
No.
What?
No.
I thought he looked like shit when the images first came out. I was like, this guy looks like fucking.
Yeah, that
garbage.
was dumb, but like,
In the movie, he looked fine to me. I liked him. Yeah.
I thought he looked really good.
No. Sorry.
No?
His head was proportionally like
it was much bigger. It was
gigantic.
much
His head
bigger.
was gigantic.
I will
yes.
agree to that.
ridiculous looking.
And his arm, like he looked like his torso was like much skinnier. Like there was some parts where I was
Yeah.
like, is there like a weird filter on the camera right now where like it's making him look way too skinny?
I don't know. Overall, I'd say positives. Love the characters.
Jai Courtney.
Love the action sequences. Jai Courtney, I forgot to mention him. He was good.
I
Jai
actually,
Courtney?
I
like
really
him.
enjoyed him in this.
Not shit.
Yeah,
As usual.
News,
because you guys
global
hate Jai
news.
Courtney.
Let's run that on a fucking banner somewhere.
Yeah.
Jai Courtney, not shit in this movie. Shock.
Harley Quinn. My nitpicks.
Uh-huh.
Margot Robbie has an accent, right?
Australian.
Okay, just making sure. She slips into a Boston accent every once in a while in this movie. Did anyone else catch that? Because it's
Harley-
not consistent at all.
What's how Harley Quinn
She's
talks?
supposed to have a very like New Yorker
It's a
accent.
Bronx.
Okay, because-
Bronx thing.
Okay,
Like
see,
Clinton, Mr. J.
yeah, see, it would have been nice if that was consistent,
It was a little inconsistent.
but it was just all over the place, and that bugged me so much.
It may have been the reshoots. That's what I attested to.
Reshoots are hilarious.
Right?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Joel Kinnaman goes from having a shaved head
Yeah!
to long hair.
Yeah.
I noticed.
That really pissed
Back
me
to
off.
shit.
It's all down to editing.
Back to long hair.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
Oh
Didn't
yeah.
notice that?
Fantastic Four level
I won.
fuck up.
I jumped. I was like, they're not gonna acknowledge that.
At first, I thought it was a different guy.
Right?
Like he looked, there's like such a huge difference.
At the beginning, he has like the long slick thing. Then when they go in during the mission, shaved, and then at the end, back to long slick.
Oh God!
Like nice try, bud.
If anyone's ever seen Motorhome Massacre, this
Yeah,
like that's
we
like,
have.
You have you?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, this is like the kind of fuck up I tested like to that. It's just so massive that you can't not see it.
Right. It did give me the feeling like this is a $175 million movie. How the fuck could they like?
Yeah.
And like you can just see, there's so many flashbacks, like Margot Robbie and Joker stuff, like the big scene that they were showing in the Comic-Con footage. That I'm just gonna hurt you real bad. Like that was all over so quickly. The pacing is just
pacing
retarded.
is so bad.
Yeah. It's all
The
over
worst
the place.
pacing I think I've ever seen.
Yep.
It felt like a music video.
Yeah, one of the podcasts I listened to, plumbing the plumbing
Star?
the Death Star, they just said that this movie is like one long rap video.
It literally is like one. Like I agree. Again, doesn't mean I didn't have fun.
Purple Lamborghini, anyone?
Oh my- have you seen
Literally,
there's the joke going
Yeah.
around. He's in that more than he's in the movie.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. Actually, yeah. Negatives for me is just all came down to editing, just the pace. I love the soundtrack, even though it did feel like they were just forcing it in to like, look how fun we are. We have so much, and like the colored font, all this stuff trying to force the fun.
I liked that.
I liked it, but like I could feel the studio being
didn't
like,
belong.
Guardians of the Galaxy, more Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
I hated that. It just didn't fit.
No,
Right.
The songs, while they were fun, didn't fit the rest of the movie.
they're
What happened?
superficial. They're made to make you feel like you're having a fun time, but
Yeah.
you're not, because they fit in Guardians, because he has a cassette that he listens to is built into the movie. This is just like, fucking let's just throw like songs from every genre that don't mix, like every 30 seconds, new song, new song, new song, new song.
Did like the Kanye song.
Fucking awful.
I
I could see
Fucking
you
atrocious.
getting a boner when the Kanye
I
West
did
song
have
came
a
on.
physical boner.
had a D-rection when that came out. Just so you know.
Black Skinhead. Great
Yeah.
song. Wow. Will Smith's bald. Nice connection.
Yeah.
Segue.
Segway.
Yeah. What was
I
this?
like Jay Hernandez as Diablo.
I
I thought
loved-
his character was good. I liked his
Yeah.
arc.
I think,
Love him,
I really enjoyed him a
Thanks.
lot.
He had a little bit more going on than some of the other characters as far as his backstory.
For a character I didn't give a fuck about, I thought he was great.
Yeah.
It just feels like they had this like amazing meal served up and they just fucking completely executed it wrong. Presentation was so wrong, but the
They just had a
ingredients
food
were
fight.
there.
Or a food fight.
It's like a food fight.
Yeah.
They just fucking
Just
threw it
a
everywhere.
fucking mess.
I don't think it's as bad as this movie, but it reminded me of Fan Four Stick,
Okay.
Yep.
where they have the right director and the right
Fan-Four-Stick?
cast, and it just comes out like a piece of shit. I didn't think this movie was a piece of shit, but it came out wrong.
Yeah.
And I want to see David Ayer's vision. I don't care if there was not a single joke in the movie.
He says that cut is the director's cut. Do you believe that statement?
David, you just fucked me.
What are you doing, bud?
That's not true, though, technically, right?
He said the final cut of the movie is my
He
director's
stands
cut.
by it,
He stands by it.
but he didn't deny that they came in and like re-edited, right?
There's a little bit of
He said he was okay with it.
yeah. He's yeah.
I'm sure they
He's being nice
sauced him
about it.
some dough to be okay with it, or something. I don't know.
Here's one thing.
It's frustrating.
I read an article about this. How I think they had 6 weeks to write the script.
I read that. Yeah,
Compare that to Dark Knight movies,
right.
Chris Nolan. I know
Years.
it's not fair to compare this to that,
It should be.
but the amount of development that DC gave Chris Nolan and the amount of time
well, it's like
to develop, right?
Warcraft, Lord of the Rings.
Right.
Why should it be unfair? Why don't you actually try a little harder on your?
There's a certain benchmark you need to meet.
But
Get there.
Like I hate this mentality. Like, but it's sort of like it's Dark Knight. We can't. Come on, we can't try as hard as they tried. Why the fuck not?
Why not? You're making a movie.
So okay, I won't pay as much money then
Yeah.
for my ticket.
like 6 weeks.
Oh yeah.
You know how much
6
you know how
fucking
much time
weeks.
Chris Nolan had to develop Dark
I
Knight,
assume
the
years.
second one?
I assume years.
Like he
Or
took a
8
break.
years.
He did another movie. I think he did The Prestige.
Steve.
Yeah.
And then he like spent a year like developing and filmed it. Like 6 weeks.
How about a month?
They rushed They so rushed this movie.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure...
And it's messy result.
Like, if Nolan had those circumstances... If they brought in Nolan and gave him 6 weeks, and then re-edited a bunch of jokes and fucking 80s rock into his movie, it probably wouldn't be a great movie either, right? It's just so frustrating. Like,
It's
Warner
a studio
Brothers...
mentality right now.
Yeah.
They're playing catch-up, right?
Right. Well, they should get out of their own way and fucking... like, let their directors do what they want. Even Snyder on Batman v Superman, it's obvious now that he wasn't allowed to, like, fully... Like, they say the director's cut's way better. I haven't seen it, but everyone I've heard says it's better.
Yeah, because I heard the exact opposite.
Yeah, I've heard it's still not good. It, like, fills in some gaps, but that's about it.
If you didn't like the movie, the director's cut is not going to change
Really?
that.
Yeah.
I've heard from 5 people that it's way better.
I read that somewhere.
Went from 2 out of 5 to, like, 4 out of 5. On Letterboxd and, like, in person.
Incredible.
So, yeah. Apparently it's great. I
Hard
don't
to
know,
believe.
but point is, they should just let their directors make the movies they were asked to make.
They need to have some patience. They need to show some patience. They're because Marvel's
They're
releasing
trying to
like
catch up.
however many movies a year.
They shouldn't
that-
even worry about that.
That DC's like, we gotta like
I
get
know.
Suicide Squad out like now, like next year.
We're still relevant. Remember us.
I think that Queen
It's just
trailer
annoying.
doomed this movie. Because they say in the reports that the CEO was so nervous that everyone was expecting a fun movie that he brought in the trailer company that does that that did the trailer, and they edited the movie and tried to add in all this like fake fun.
Well, they did an insane amount of reshoots on this. Like it was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Just disappointing is the key word I would use for this
Yeah.
movie.
Highlight of this movie for me. During a certain scene on a street that may or may not have been filmed in Toronto.
Yes.
Oh.
Big Slice. Immortalized forever in Suicide
Really?
Squad.
I didn't
Sweet.
even notice.
Did you catch it?
The now
Really?
the now closed famous pizza shop from
Pizza
Toronto.
joint.
R.I.P. Big Slice.
R.I.P.
Moment of silence.
Best Hawaiian pizza I ever had.
Really?
Never had it.
Missed out.
Well, it's gone now.
Yeah.
It's much like Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
You guys have anything else you want to mention before?
Well, yeah,
You rate it and
my
move on to
biggest problem with the
spoilers?
movie. I don't know if it's spoiler though. The
Hold on to
villain, what the villain is that
Spoiler.
spoiler?
Hold on to it.
Okay.
I liked Will Smith. That's about it.
Sick.
Savage.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better. I'm happy
Yeah, he's funny.
you can admit that he's good.
I laughed twice.
Well, this isn't a spoiler. I guess maybe I already touched on it. I just hate, like... It's just weird. They wrote some of the characters, like, wrong. Like, Deadshot would never be, like, this nice.
It's Will Smith.
This is a thing.
It's just...
Well, it's spoilers.
Yeah, okay.
Let's hold on to
Jump
it.
to
We can get
spoilers.
into
Hold
why
on to it.
there's some weird character choices. Where
I'll
they
say
grow
these
confidence,
villains...
like, out of nowhere.
Yeah, these villains were not bad enough. They were not true to their characters. Which is broken record with the DC.
DC didn't have the balls to actually make a movie with bad guys in it.
Oh, and the movie should have been rated R, obviously.
Yep.
Would have helped things.
Yeah.
But no. they
Might have been
to
more entertaining.
reach a wider audience.
Yeah. They'd make a lot of money, 130 million. Good job, DC. You made movies that make money.
Well, let's give our ratings and then move into spoilers because there's a lot we can talk about. Tim, we started with you on that at the beginning. Let's
Hit it with
start
the
with you now.
fucking 0 like I did Ghostbusters. Give it the...
You gave it a 0?
Yeah, he
Oh,
gave
you weren't
Ghostbusters
here?
0. Oh, yeah, he missed it. Yeah, he gave
Yeah.
Ghostbusters 0.
Sweet Jesus.
I mean, Suicide Squad a light 1.
No balls.
He liked
in
Will
this guy.
Smith.
Like Will Smith.
Huh.
Wow.
Sav.
Big Willie.
S for Sav.
Okay. I will give it a heavy 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Adam.
3. 3
He
out
gave
of
us a
5.
3 out of 5.
Yeah. I liked the characters enough. I enjoyed more than I hated.
Wow.
I'm looking at you differently now. To see
Yeah,
you.
me too.
Yeah.
This is
Not a 1. Sorry.
This is a heavy 2. Slightly above that average.
What did you guys like about this movie?
I don't.
I
I'm
like the
so
characters.
confused about what you liked. Do we know spoilers on this thing?
It's not a spoiler. The Suicide Squad,
Spoiler.
I loved every single one of them. I loved
God.
every single character.
They're so pointless. Like, oh my god, I just don't like the concept. of the movie.
Wait. Adam,
Don't like the concept.
you liked Slipknot.
He provided a hilarious gag.
this movie doesn't even try to pretend like he's not gonna die either.
I thought
Let's
that was hilarious.
introduce all 5 people with names and like flashing things. Slipknot doesn't get anything.
Yeah, that
I
pissed me
love
off.
that. I love that.
Doesn't even
Love
get
it.
mentioned.
Like, I was like, I'm counting the characters. I'm
Are we
like,
in spoilers
1,
now?
2, 3,
We're in
Yeah.
spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
5,
You're
6.
telling me you didn't think it was funny how Jai Courtney encourages him to try the big breakout and he gets fucking wrecked.
Well,
No, it's not funny
You didn't
because
laugh, so I know
I
you
didn't
didn't.
laugh because
I was in
we
tears.
knew Slipknot was gonna die.
That's why it's funny.
No, how's that funny?
What do
It
you
would have
mean?
been funny.
They didn't
It would have
set
been
it up.
hilarious
It's like,
if
"Come on, mate, we're
Adam
getting outta
Beach
here."
was like promoting this movie like crazy, like probably like fucking.
You wouldn't have been annoyed if he was.
No, because that'd
promoting
be hilarious that you have this guy promote this movie and then his character gets killed in the first like 10 minutes, like that movie with what's his face, the guy that karate chops people a lot, Under Siege guy.
fucking.
Anyways,
Steven Seagal.
yeah, Steven Seagal. He's in that one movie where he dies in the first like 10 minutes.
That's
Hilarious.
sounds
I think
hilarious.
they say
This would have been great if you actually like
Godzilla.
build Adam Beach,
That
like
was
Oscar
hilarious.
nominee Adam Beach. I think he's Oscar nominated,
Let's go with it.
or he's not. He's at least in like pretty heavy dramatic
Critically
movies.
acclaimed Adam Beach.
Yeah, he's usually pretty great. And then just like kill him off
Amazing.
because he
I
listens to
thought that
some
was
drunk
hilarious.
Australian dude.
I
Yeah,
thought that was hilarious.
I thought it was hilarious because it was so poorly done.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was intentional. Like I thought it was well done.
I'll agree with that. Yeah,
Obviously
it was so, but like it was,
It was so
obvious.
poorly managed, his
Yeah.
character, that I laughed.
I
Like,
don't think that was by design to have him be the one that they didn't promote.
That can be. That's
and
okay.
kill him
That's
right
okay
away.
if you kill him off. Because the second I saw the poster, I'm like,
Something like
that
yeah.
loser is gonna die.
Right.
because I don't remember seeing him in any of the promos at all. Was he
Right. He's the
Yeah,
red
maybe
shirt.
not,
He's
yeah.
the guy that's gonna die.
But it's the thing
But
in the trailer.
it
where
was
he punches the
jarring.
girl.
Yeah, see, I didn't remember that. So like, I don't remember this guy at all.
To me, it was jarring when, I forget who it was. Tim, you said it. They backstory of Harley Quinn, backstory of Deadshot. They got Captain Boomerang has a flashback.
Killer Croc.
Enchantress.
Oh, deep. Yeah, everyone
Oh, Diablo.
Yeah.
except for Slipknot.
Yeah.
Slipknot walks off a truck or a van. He steps out of a van. This guy can climb anything. I'm like, sick. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
This guy
Right.
get his head blown
All
off.
right, when does he die?
I was sitting there like, okay, so where'd this guy come from?
It would
And
have
then-
been so much more. There's so much more potential, and that's the problem. Is his character existed for a single gag,
Yeah.
which is
I was fine with it. That's all I can say. Didn't bother
Brutal.
me. Hilarious.
Brutal.
Saw it coming.
Did you want to talk about the villain now, Adam?
Yeah, I did. David Ayer. I did. I read some interesting quotes by David Ayer about how King Shark was supposed to be in this movie.
Right.
Yeah,
Instead of Killer Croc.
instead of Killer Croc.
Yeah.
Did
But
you
it's
hear it?
too CG heavy apparently.
Too much CGI.
That's what he said.
Would have looked ridiculous. Okay. Interesting. Does a fucking giant voodoo demon man look ridiculous? Or the fucking Asgardian Thor destroyer, but like orange? Are you fucking kidding me? This like Tim, we looked at each other in the movie like, is this
This
real?
is why I'm boggled that you gave this a 3-star. Because I looked over at you a couple times and we met eyes and we're like, this is happening right now? Are you fucking kidding me?
I enjoyed the good parts enough to get it over the hump, but this was
What
disgusting.
good parts? Like,
Every
characters.
time Will Smith spoke, which was 70% of the movie, was fun and funny.
it's not worth a 3.
But yeah, that
That is
fight
worth the
was just
3.
mind-bogglingly bad.
Just that thing's presence, that CGI creature, like whatever.
Its face just makes me cringe.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like Enchantress, I don't even want her in the movie. I want how about Joker is in fucking City Hall
Right.
with a nuke and like 1,000 goons.
Would have made way more sense.
How about we do that? Why the fuck would we bring in a witch going like full Galadriel in Lothlorien, like, I will test you.
Actually, that is one other thing I liked. The transformation where like the hand comes up and grabs.
That was
That was
gangster. I love
That was pretty sick. I was
That
like,
was cool.
that's a pretty cool effect.
But don't care. Not worth.
But that's it.
Not worth her brother,
it.
big bro, coming in.
Brother.
Are you fucked? Like, whose idea was this? Oh,
And this is my problem, is that I think one of my big problems with the movie is that they're toting these people as like metahumans who can go up against like this witch. They're not. Harley Quinn's just a psycho.
Yeah.
Deadshot just has a really good shot.
Captain Boomerang just throws
does nothing.
boomerangs.
He throws
Literally
sharp
nothing.
boomerangs.
The only one who's actually a
Killer Croc
metahuman.
and Diablo are the only ones, right?
They're actual metahumans.
Diablo's like the secret weapon. Killer Croc is a metahuman, but like he's just a
strong
man.
guy who like
He'll
bites
eat
people.
you.
He just eats you.
Yeah, the only one who's actually like
just a
metahuman
cannibal.
is El Diablo, and he dies.
I thought he was still gonna be alive.
He was
I
gassed.
really thought that he was still gonna be alive. I thought, it's an explosion.
Did I miss that?
I don't remember him dying. Did he really die?
Yeah,
Pulled up.
like that
What?
thing was like choking him, and then they set
Thought
off
he
the
was off
bomb.
like right underneath him.
Really?
Yeah, he never got back up.
You don't
I
see him
never-
again.
I never made that connection during the movie.
It's a
Yeah.
testament to how much we were
Sick,
invested.
Yeah, I was so pissed off because like this is like the one character that I actually like cared
Oh,
about.
that actually pisses me off.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died.
That's it.
He's gone.
Are you sure?
Yes, 100%.
No, are you sure?
Yeah.
You don't think there's a chance he could survive?
I
They
think he could survive.
it's
He
the-
was a human form when that bomb went off directly below him that killed a god. So yeah, I'd assume he's probably dead.
I mean, Joker was a human when he crashed that helicopter and exploded.
How the fuck did he survive?
Let's go.
Oh my god.
Let me mention one
He's a mess.
one thing. Amanda Waller
She was
Is,
good too. I thought.
was being held captive by the old enchantress, hanging upside down, tentacles through her. Right, getting the info pumped out of her head.
Yeah,
You guys
yeah.
remember
There's
that?
I
a
think Will
one
Smith said it best.
there's a 1 second shot where she's hanging upside down, just dangling. There's like a weird
These like
kind of-
electrical tentacles like zapping her. And
It looks
shit.
like something like
Oh yeah.
a
yeah.
rope light being plugged into the side of her
I
face.
think I remember. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What
And
about
then Tim said it, and Deadshot said it best. Like, how the hell are you still alive? When she just walks back.
Oh
in.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like, it's fucked up.
You had a thing injected into your temple. Like,
I will say, like, I like the visuals. I just thought the movie looked really good overall. Tim's looking at me like I'm fucking insane.
Yeah, you are insane.
I thought visually it looked great. I love the look of the whole Suicide Squad. And, like, I did like the colors and just the look of Enchantress, but I was disgusted by...
she reminded me of like the kid from Mama. Like she was just like crawling around like a freaking.
I'm trying to remember who it was.
Like Jodie Foster and Nell.
who said it, but someone, maybe it was Christian Harloff, who said she looked like a hula dancer the whole movie.
Yeah, the first half
She was
of
just
her
Chimney
being-
sweeping hula dancer.
She looked okay when she was just like the Enchantress, but as soon as she like starts making that machine, whatever the fuck that thing was gonna do,
Who the fuck knows?
and she's just like
Her and brother, dude.
gyrating
Her and brother.
and like moving around, just like
She was atrocious.
what is this?
Yeah, I hate
What
her
is this?
presence.
What the fuck is this?
That was my biggest... I could get over the editing if they just made her Joker or literally anyone else, anything else.
Yeah, Joker should have been the villain in this.
Yeah, I don't.
Not
What-
Jared Leto's Joker, just Joker.
No.
Get rid of Jared
Whose
Leto.
idea was Enchantress?
Like, who thought that was good? Like, that's been done a million times. Like, where it's like
Beam in the sky,
Yeah.
like center of the city.
Yeah.
You gotta get to the fucking beam.
brutal.
I will commend them for trying. What like they did it. They did it kind of backwards. The event happened, and like it was so early on in the movie. I will commend them for trying that. It didn't work out at all for them, but they tried, and so I will commend them for that.
It was an experiment.
Yeah,
It failed.
yeah, it did fail.
But at least they,
But I feel like if the movie had been, put together a little better, that might have actually worked. It wasn't a terrible idea.
What'd you guys think of Batman's cameo?
Loved it.
Loved it?
Loved it.
Really?
Yeah.
I liked it. Too quick and
Yeah, he didn't do anything.
nothing happened, but
One of his cameos
I
is
like
almost
seeing
pure CGI, but yeah,
yeah,
Which one?
that's
the one
true.
where he's on top of the car.
Oh yeah.
No, it wasn't CG.
No, they did.
Well, yeah, the
it was
one
a
shot
stunt.
of him
No.
on top of the car is fine, and then him diving is complete CGI.
Yes.
Then him underwater is him,
I
probably.
liked his mouth underwater
Rebreather?
apparatus. That was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, let's go, let's go.
Oh, another thing that Joker didn't give a shit about Harley Quinn. Crashed in the thing. She's through the fucking windshield, just like drowning there.
Yeah,
and he's
laser.
just fucking
and yet
gone.
then he goes and like fucking does unspeakable things to like get her out
Yeah.
of this. It like makes no sense.
He literally leaves her to drown.
His character makes no sense.
Leaves her to drown.
But I would like, to be fair, that's Joker. You expect Joker to have a line of logic.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Right.
So
He's crazy.
yeah, he's just going to leave.
Yeah. It's not going to follow a line of logic, is it?
Logic is to leave.
He's going to save his ass before he saves anyone else.
But that's the thing with Joker. You can't say, like, it doesn't make sense. Why would Joker do that? That's the Joker's character. He doesn't make sense. There is no...
But if there was any sort of emotional connection to her, he wouldn't have left.
Yeah, there's
That's
not.
the point. There's not.
That's the point.
But here's the problem.
He's crazy.
Here's the problem with that statement. In this movie, there is.
They're trying to play it like there is.
I understand what you guys are saying.
So it's a break in what the movie has
Yeah,
set.
he has
as
established
a,
that he is like
Yes.
obsessed and willing to do anything for Harley, but then he
Right.
like leaves her in the bottom of a fucking lake.
That's where it doesn't fit.
Because he's psychotic. That's what I'm saying.
You're just
I'm
like,
playing devil's advocate.
You are, and it's pissing me off.
Yeah.
Because it's
Well,
just terrible writing.
Because what you're saying,
Wanna hurt you real
it's
bad.
not the Joker that we're seeing in this movie.
yeah, why would the Joker do something that doesn't make sense? You guys are right. That's so weird.
It's not in line. It wasn't in line with the rest of it. It's
I know what you're saying, but like they're looking at was probably their scapegoat.
Yeah, but
their
you're like,
excuse.
God works in mysterious
the problem.
ways. Like, you're just
I
watching,
don't think
like...
they thought about that.
I
That's the problem.
I would never complain about logic. With
That's why the Joker isn't in the Suicide Squad. They had to make Batman get Harley, not Harley and Joker.
How about when he like rocked her in the face? He was terrifying.
Who?
This DCEU Batman, like, I don't want to save me. I'm
Oh,
afraid
yeah.
of him.
I'd be running away from him.
He's terrifying. Like when he corners Deadshot in the alley, I was like, is he gonna kill this
This is
little
it.
girl? Like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
This girl's in the way.
What
Yeah.
do you guys think of the other DC cameo,
Oh, you mean the Flash?
The Flash?
Bizarre.
Flash before my eyes.
It was a flash, alright.
Pointless.
No honor among thieves. Just, oh, okay. Well,
That's it? Oh, okay.
that was
Later.
quick.
Bye.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sick red power.
got on a
Ranger.
flash.
Just pretty pointless. Pretty
That's a
short.
scene Zack Snyder directed, so thanks for your input, Zach. It's really good.
Sick.
Glad you were there.
I guess while we're on that train, the Batman train, what do you guys think of the post-credit?
Post credits.
Terrible, because this
Okay.
Task
can't wait, 'cause
Force
I have
X,
a
the
lot of
Su-
problems
this,
with it.
the Suicide Squad, would get fucking wrecked by the Justice League. So why are they even trying to set up like them versus JL? Makes no sense.
I don't think they
As
were.
soon as Batman and
That better
Superman
not
and
be what
Aquaman
they're
are going to be like, shut down Task Force X, or we'll shut it down for you, they'll be like, okay, yeah, because most of these guys are just humans.
I think
Well,
there's
they
more
just-
to it than that.
They did beat that
How's
goddess.
Batman threatened to
With
him
a
and his
bomb
friends would
somehow.
come in and shut it down if they ever do Task Force X again. That's pretty much the gist of that scene.
I think I'd have to rewatch it. I feel like that, I think there was something,
Well,
there was something else
here-
to it.
Here's the thing: is that Amanda Waller gave Bruce Wayne this information on the metahumans, right?
Yeah.
But we know from BVS that he already has that information,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, because it wasn't the Suicide
From-
Squad in the folder.
From
No, I know. It's
yeah, okay.
Aquaman and
from what's his face, from the emails, right?
yeah.
He already knows the rest of the Justice League from that.
Yeah.
That's what pissed me off. I'm like, why does he need that? He
Here are
already
some
has
hard
that.
copies.
It was just, I don't know. I thought it was dumb. Like, he already knows who Arthur Curry is. He already knows who
Yeah.
fucking
Knows it all.
Barry Allen is. From what
Sure.
he got from Lex Luthor.
Mhm.
I just thought it was like pointless. They just need to like shove it down your throat and like, Justice League is coming.
Don't forget.
That's just
Right.
stupid to me.
I agree.
Yeah, I hated that.
I don't know, is there anything else?
But I just kind of mentioned to Adam, like on the side there, a bomb defeated this supernatural giant being. A bomb.
Yeah.
What the fuck would a bomb do to that? Why would that defeat it?
Is that
Why in what world would you think that
Yeah.
would be a solution to this problem?
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
That's what I was like just baffled. I'm
Is
like,
that
a
them
bomb?
are they
That's it?
establishing that like they could take on Justice League because these like regular people basically just killed a fucking goddess?
Guys, we have bombs.
Not even regular people, a bomb killed them.
a roll of dynamite.
Yeah.
Just throw a roll of dynamite
Acme
at
plunger.
Superman.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
How laugh out loud too was Will Smith balancing his gun on his daughter's head
For like the longest time ever.
for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Everyone in our crowd was just like laughing.
Yeah. They also laughed when Harley Quinn had her big like serious moment where she's talking to El Diablo about owning She's like, "Oh, you should own it that you killed your family."
parents or something?
Our audience is in like tears, laughing.
I didn't think that was meant to be serious. I thought that was supposed to be like Harley Quinn trying to be serious, and then everyone's like, "Girl, you gotta have a filter."
What you just said is the problem with the movie, the editing. No one knows what's supposed to be funny, what's supposed to be serious. It's like this awkward mishmash of like dark and jokey. It's like pick one. I don't care which one. I'm not saying it has to be dark. I'm not saying it has to be fun.
Just pick one and own it.
Please pick one of the two. Much like Harley Quinn would say,
own it.
Fucking own it.
Yeah.
It's just so dumb. Like they bring in Ayer to make a dark movie, then they have to finagle it into being fun. So dumb. You're dumb.
I've got another example of bad writing and storytelling. So Enchantress betrays Joel Kinnaman like almost immediately.
Yeah.
There is no
He hands her the bomb and then she just like fucks off. And then we see that same scene again and then they reveal to us that he handed her the bomb. We're like, we know all this. We know this all happened. We don't need that extra 1 second clip of her holding the bomb.
We don't care.
We get it. You explain this whole thing to us. I don't need this 30-second scene again. Like, it's fucked just to establish that the bomb is still down there. I'm like, you could have just brought a bomb with you. You guys are fucking military. Bring a bomb with you and then throw it at the guys instead of having, like...
One guy sit down there and fucking blow himself up. Like, they couldn't reset the timer on this thing?
I'm just so angry that
He had 1 second.
Enchantress.
He's like, you ready? Yep. Presses the thing, explodes. Like, you couldn't give him, like, you know, a minute.
Give the man a break.
Like, something. He's like, you ready? Yeah, I'm good. Boom.
Brutal.
I need to be explained why Enchantress is, like, chosen to be the villain over Joker.
Speaking about villains, you know the big complaint about, like, Marvel movies or whatever is that, like, oh, they're just facing, like, hordes of aliens. Literally faceless people are the villains in this movie.
I wanted to touch on that.
Disgusting looking.
You need cannon fodder. I did hate them.
Yeah, but it's just funny that they went to the extreme of literally faceless. Literally no face on these guys.
Were they like
weird,
talking?
like I don't know. They're just weird, like bubbly rock things.
They're like
I think they were eyes. They looked like eyes for a second. It was very weird.
It's bizarre.
I was just astonished when they were introduced along with the brother god man. I was like, I didn't sign up for this. Why is there fucking zombies and like alien gods? Like they're not aliens, gods.
How sick! I will say, like that cool shot with like, this is the thing I was going to talk to you about. Like I think with the dead shot, like when he's just sitting on that cop car, just unloading on every single person walking. I thought that was so cool.
That was swag.
And that's why I think that if it was just him and the squad, then they'd be fine. But the other ones were just pretty much useless.
Yeah, they
could have been just goons.
You had a rebuttal, Scott, to something I said. I don't remember what it was.
Oh, you thought Jared Leto was the worst actor?
Yes.
Yeah. Cara Delevingne is the worst.
Yeah.
Definitely is.
And she is
correct.
Yeah, 100%.
She's disgusting.
I thought she was weird. Didn't think she could act well.
It was rough. When she was talking as Enchantress, like near the end, like the last half.
Yeah.
Just absolutely disgusting.
The Galadriel thing I was talking about?
Yeah. She's literally Galadriel. Except with...
Nope. Seen it.
Oh, shall love me understand.
Seen it done well. It was called Galadriel. So fucking kill yourself.
But I was gonna say about the like faceless, like people, like fodder. They needed them to be in such a way that when they like headshotted all these people, it wasn't like bloody explosions. It was like black slime ash explosions.
Yeah. Yes.
Like that's just a cop out PG-13.
That and also be part because they want them to be anti-heroes, not bad guys. So they're like, we can't have them just like gunning down people.
Because those were like regular people, right?
Yeah.
Those are just people off the street that they were just like murdering, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Were they?
Yeah.
I thought they were like... They weren't like SWAT or something?
They're like whoever was around with a good
There
crowd.
was a SWAT team there.
There was an army that... There was a squad that got captured and they all got turned.
But like... I forget who it was. One of the characters, maybe it was Captain Boomerang.
Yeah,
he picked up a watch and he's like, "Oh, like why is a soldier wearing like a $3,000 watch?" Because it wasn't a soldier; it was just a random dude off the
Wall
street with a
Street
nice
guy.
watch. That's why.
Sorry.
So like it was kind of like Last of Us, like they're like zombified, everyday citizens. But the reason why they're like that is because so they could be faceless.
Yes.
So it could be PG.
It's like the aliens in Avengers.
So it wouldn't be red blood. So it could be like whatever black, or in the Marvel movies when it's like blue blood.
Yeah. Mm. Terrible.
It's just to get a rating, which annoys me.
Terrible.
I can't believe they couldn't just do rated R. Deadpool didn't it prove you can make money with rated R?
No, apparently not. DC's going to keep shooting themselves in the foot.
I was just thinking, like, it's kind of funny if DC like course corrects and they put out some good movies. They're now 3, like, for the most part, bad movies in. So if you did a DCEU marathon, you have to sit through like 3 bad movies first. It's kind of hilarious.
Savage.
It's like 9 hours of like boredom. Or whatever.
Is there anything else you guys want to mention that comes to mind?
Tim, you all good now?
I got so much.
I
will mention another thing that someone else from Plumbing the Death Star mentioned, is that it's just hilarious that DC keeps trying to like course correct movies after one comes out. They like fuck up Man of Steel, so they course correct and do Batman v Superman, and that fucks up. They're like, okay, let's go really jokey with Suicide Squad, and then they're gonna fuck that up, and then they did, and they're probably like, fuck, we have to like course correct Wonder Woman now, and that's gonna get messed up.
Oh my fuck.
It's just like a
Wonder Woman to me, I'm actually looking forward to that.
Yeah, that looks good.
It doesn't look like a movie like masquerading as like a good movie, like a bad movie.
Right.
There's actually like substance to this movie.
Yeah,
it actually looks like there could be a good movie there.
But how's DC gonna fuck up their movie?
They will.
They're gonna do
They'll
it
fuck it up
somehow.
somehow.
Like CEO's gonna get in there.
Yeah.
And be like,
they'll
not
add some
dark
like
enough.
jokey songs or something.
What if they go reverse? What if they're like not dark enough?
Yeah.
We don't want to fake the audience again. Like
Rated R.
Suicide Squad. Make it rated R.
Wonder Woman's like choking people out with the last.
Oh, just ripping heads.
Just like
Snapping
choking
off
them
heads.
out.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Just cutting off fingers.
I want to talk
I
about.
hated how Will Smith, Deadshot, had Margot Robbie lined up for a snipe in the back,
This is the problem.
and just not gonna kill her to see my daughter. Deadshot, she's dead in a second.
These guys grow a conscience out of like nowhere. Like, why did
So
you not
you
just
mentioned
put her
that
down?
Or when Margot Robbie's like, "One problem, lady, you messed with my friends."
That was lame.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie or Harley Quinn, no friends.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry, she's psycho. That's
And their
not
mission is
true.
to go get Amanda Waller, and they do. And then she gets captured. And then they're like, "All right, well, let's go fight Enchantress too." I guess they're like, "Why are you guys
What is
risking your
there?
lives to do this? Literally makes no sense. You're
It's
bad
like,
guys."
why not? Really? That's the
What, you got
reason?
something better to do?
Why
What
not?
else am I doing
That was
tonight?
probably David Ayer's whole philosophy on set while filming. He's just probably like, "Yeah, why not?"
Fuck it.
Let's just
it.
fucking.
Let's
I
just
don't
give
know
it a
how to
shot.
film
Let's see
this
what
scene.
happens.
Biggest movie I've ever made. Let's go nuts.
Crazy.
I did like when Will Smith said like, "My daughter's gonna know that I wasn't a piece of shit." That is a motivation.
He was the best part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone else, like Harley Quinn, should have no.
And then more poor characterization is that Amanda Waller was like pretty badass. Like, she just like had power,
Mhm.
and then she just like guns down 3 of her FBI
That
agents
was
she
for
just
like no reason.
Cleared the room. I was like, what the
I'm
shit?
like, they know what's going on. They've been in the room with you for the last like however many days or
She
hours.
wanted no
Yeah.
witnesses type thing or what?
Well, here's what
Witnesses to
she
what?
said. She said they didn't have the proper
It's a
clearance.
It's a super secret what's going on outside.
So why the fuck do you have these people that don't have clearance working for you in your like war room? You idiot!
They can see everything that's going on.
Give them clearance, you fool!
Have you looked out a window?
What's wrong with that?
What do you guys think of Katana?
Literally forgot she was in the movie.
Yeah.
so we
And
just
she also
said-
flip flopped. She like straight up betrayed
care.
Joel Kinnaman like immediately. She's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have a drink with the bad guys."
Well, he lied. She lied. He lied to her. He
I-
lied to them all.
I like that drink scene.
I
Also.
did enjoy that.
The bar scene.
It was very real. I liked
You
it.
didn't like it at all?
Didn't like anything in this
Really?
movie, man.
You didn't like the bar scene. You weren't charmed at all.
What was charming in it?
The dialogue.
What dialogue?
Jai Courtney being like, "What happened to the kids?" You didn't find that funny at all?
No.
Really?
I also, what I found
Loved the bar
hilarious
scene.
was
Loved
that
it.
Joel Kinnaman breaks up the phone and then he's like, "You guys are free to go." And Captain Boomerang immediately like books it out. I was like, "Yes, that makes sense. Of
Yeah,
course."
Perfect.
And
yeah.
next scene, he's like walking back into the crowd. I'm like, "Fucking make a joke and stick with it."
Yeah, that grinded my gears because
Fuck,
when he walked out,
that
I'm
was
like,
hilarious.
it's amazing.
Actually, like, I almost laughed out loud at that.
He was so pointless. Like
Almost.
when he came back, his character added nothing.
Yeah.
He didn't help kill the giant fire demon.
That would have been great if he just ran.
He didn't set the bomb. He didn't fight back at all. He literally should have just
That's
left.
the problem, which is what Tim mentioned earlier, that they're not villains.
They're not villains in this.
they're good
Amanda
guys.
Waller is the bad guy, and they make sure you know that she's the bad guy because she guns down 3 random people.
Yeah.
So then you're like, fuck, well, if she's the bad guy, these guys are good guys. But
Yeah.
And like, what a weird way to introduce the DCEU's Rogues Gallery, like, as good guys. So now, if we see them pop up as villains, it's gonna be like, you were really nice in that other movie.
yeah.
Like how you saved Margot.
Yeah, but all
Robbie.
their villains are like supernatural. Like you have who's the villain in BVS?
Doomsday.
Doomsday, like a giant monster alien, right? That's a
Right.
bad guy.
Yeah.
They have Steppenwolf now, apparently.
I hate that name so much. It makes me so mad every time I
I
hear
hate it so much
Steppenwolf.
too. But like another like
Fuck.
demon monster, right?
Yeah,
those are
you're
the
right.
those are the villains, right?
Oh, but don't worry, Darkseid's coming. He's not a giant
Right,
fucking
He's not a
monster.
fucking giant monster. That's their like bad guys.
Harley
right?
Quinn could take any of them. What are you talking about, man? She has a baseball bat. She can't take on an alien.
Sometimes she has a mallet too.
I wanted that
too.
giant mallet. She didn't use. She barely used
I
that.
wanted to bash some heads. With that.
Right? I wanted to just go boom, splat.
Speaking of splat, apparently she killed Robin. That was an Easter egg.
Yes.
It was
Apparently, you
Yeah.
guys
Do you know?
Did you guys catch that? Okay, so
No.
like it was like giving like a quick rundown of like all the
at
characters,
the beginning.
and yeah, at the very
Oh, the
beginning.
stats scene?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it said
One of them-
accomplice to Robin's death or something
Oh,
like that.
No. It said like killed Robin. Literally killed Robin at the bottom.
That's
I
what-
was like, ah! Like you remember in this?
Yeah, but like they did like a really weird handwriting thing where it said accomplice to Robin's murder or something like that as well. Like a really weird like.
I like
I don't know if it was
that.
accomplice.
Yeah.
I don't like if she just killed him. 'cause
Yeah, not the stats.
pretty sure
it
it
did
said
it twice.
killed. I'm
They
pretty
did
sure
it
it said
twice. There was like the stats, and it was like running like
Killed her.
through everything about her. But then like there was like a really weird like flowery neon scene where she was just walking, and then like it wrote like accomplice to Robin's murder, like really weird and like cursive.
I
It was-
simply remember it saying
It was at the same
she
time
killed Robin.
because you and I both looked
And
at
I was
each
like,
other.
they're gonna reveal it like that?
Part of me still thinks that Robin is the Joker.
No.
Officially debunked.
Yeah.
Kill yourself.
Oh yeah, because that shit never comes up, right? Yeah,
Another
they never
weird
debunk
pacing
shit,
thing.
and then it just happens.
Weird pacing / storyline thing. Movie starts with
This
the
one?
introduction of Deadshot and Harley Quinn,
Yeah.
and then
Bizarre.
It
there's
just goes
like
off.
the dinner scene where they get reintroduced again.
Yeah,
Like, it's just bizarre.
We didn't need the backstory to start.
No.
We needed to start
Start with
Amanda
that dinner
Waller.
scene with her and David Harbour,
No.
who I almost fell in love with because of Stranger Things. That was another time to me and I'm you're like, David Harbour's in this.
He had basically one scene.
Yeah, he's fantastic though.
Yeah, and I just hated, like, in the Margot Robbie stuff, just seeing all the, like, quickly sped through Joker and her footage. I'm
Yeah.
like, freeze frame, freeze.
I want to see that.
Please show that instead of this other shit.
I hated that Common scene. The scene with Common,
I
that really
hated that
that
too.
really
Yeah.
pissed me
I don't,
off.
like, who decided
I didn't hate that.
this Joker stuff was good? I feel like they showed his worst stuff.
Yeah.
Who
Can I
thought
mention
this was
that-
good?
He has a laughing mouth tattooed on his hand, and he covers it over his mouth.
Yeah.
Probably the
So-
lamest thing I've ever seen
Yeah.
in my life.
It was lame. It was lame.
Super lame. And then
Could have been
when
better.
he's on the ground with like
Like
the
the-
knives around him, he has like a black marker around his mouth as if he had a big
Bizarre.
smile. I'm like, you're just pretending to be the Joker.
Yeah.
You have no like sort of
They had shitty cosplay.
yeah
Yeah.
bizarre
Yeah.
Joker choices
They should've, like-
across the board.
Well, there's rumors that his scenes were too dark and they were cut because they're more fun enough. That's what I was reading. What the deleted scene
This wasn't
was.
supposed to be a fun movie.
Right.
Yeah. Like,
Right. Tell that to Warner Brothers.
no,
'cause
yeah.
They fucking think it
Even that knife scene I thought was stupid. Like, I was so excited for that in the trailer, and I saw it, I was like, I'm so disappointed right
What,
now.
night, what when he's laying with the knife? Yeah, because you're seeing.
That's a better left than what Jared Leto did.
Thank you.
You should be the Joker.
Thank you.
It looked good because it probably was good, but you're seeing
the
mutilated little snippets.
Yeah.
You're not seeing what David Ayer
He's
shot.
just sitting there just completely hammered. Like,
Like I remember the wait till I show you my toys. That's not in the movie.
no.
Like there's so much that's not in the movie. Just makes me sick.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Yeah. Well.
Suicide Squad.
Great
Check it
movie.
out at your local theater.
Or
Or
not.
just commit suicide.
I'm moving my rating up.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. For all the listeners out there, do
Don't
not
do
do what Tyler just said.
Tim wants Jared Leto and David Ayer too, but
Kill themselves?
Tim wants the
I won't kill myself.
Joker
after seeing the
standalone.
movie.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Joker standalone, you're in with Jared Leto?
Oh yeah,
Tim?
very excited for that one.
Yeah.
Get hype.
Jared Leto solo?
Well, bleach those tattoos off, am I right?
Jared Leto, Cara Delevingne.
Bleach your
team
face
up.
off.
No, that's not good.
Let's get into our news topics, and really it's a news topic because we have a teaser.
Mm-hmm.
Just a
what?
tease this week
Don't care.
for the next film from Christopher Nolan.
Heard of
If that
it.
doesn't get your juices flowing, I don't know what.
Doesn't ring a bell. Did you direct Secret Window?
Good thing you can't see this podcast. So I got a boner.
Dunkirk. Movie starring a lot of people. Tom Hardy, Mark Rylance,
Harry Styles.
Harry Styles. Yeah.
Get hyped.
Story of the Dunkirk evacuation during World War II. Adam, I want to get your thoughts.
You want to get mine?
I want to get your thoughts on the Dunkirk teaser. There's not much there, but there's a little bit there. What are your thoughts? Does this get you excited?
Well, Scott, as a loyal Nolanite,
That's why I asked you first.
my favorite director, for full disclosure, I'll put it out there on the table. It gets me fucking hype. It looks, what
Gets you
little we
rock
saw,
hard, eh?
gets me rock hard. Looks fucking amazing. Visually, just fucking spectacular.
What's new, right?
Love it. Nolan, you know how to get me good. And I love that Nolan's one of the few guys that truly does teasers.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this is a tease.
That's a tease.
I'm being teased. I do not like when I see official teaser number 1,
It's like 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
2 minute 30-second runtime, not a tease.
Even a
sir.
minute 30. Even a minute 30. Even a minute trailer.
Teaser should be like less than a minute.
Back in the day, a tease was like 30 seconds,
Yeah.
right? And they'd always be something cool like that T3 one or T2, where it's just like the Terminators being made in a factory on like an assembly line that like wasn't even in the movies. Shit like that, I love. This, I don't know, it got me hype. I love seeing, when me and Tim speculate, is Tom Hardy walking into the ocean, just dropping his stuff. Just that shot like conveyed so much emotion to me. I was like, holy shit, that's fucking insane. Like, what does that mean? Is it someone giving up and like fucking killing themselves? Is he like swimming?
Elation? Is he happy?
Is he happy? Is he swimming out to a ship of his fellow soldiers? Who knows?
Did he just get shot? He's gonna die?
Right? Is he dead? I don't know. The extra work, which is like one of my favorite things about Nolan movies, that again is no longer done nowadays. Seemingly hundreds of live extras in the final shot where the flyby
definitely.
is coming.
100%.
Like, just for me, jaw dropping. There's so many people. I was like, this is amazing. I love seeing that many people on screen.
Committed to this one scene. Like it's
Amazing,
yeah.
right? Some extras are better than others.
One in particular.
One in
I
particular.
think we should
Ball.
circle him. Like we're gonna have a picture of him. Try to circle him.
He'll be
right
taken
now.
out in post.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please. Yeah. Digitally, just fucking make him a no face.
Probably Harry Styles just grinning away like an idiot.
Just Bill. Sorry, Bill. We're gonna have to cut you out.
Yeah.
One guy on Collider did say he like served in the military, and he said like when they would go into high pressure situations, some people do make faces like that because they don't know what else to do. They just laugh like idiots and shit like that. So I'm gonna go with that.
That's way better.
Yeah, no, looks great. I'm excited. Obviously, it's my most like anticipated movie. Any Nolan movie is mine.
Tyler, what are your thoughts on Dunkirk?
Very excited about this. Very excited. You're just fist pumping right now, Adam. You're just so excited.
Yeah,
I'm very excited for this. I wanna know.
thank you.
Like I haven't seen a lot of Nolan. I've seen some Nolan. I'm excited for what he can do.
I don't like the sound of that. Some Nolan.
I'm excited for what he can do.
There's some I haven't.
Watch his filmography. please.
Yeah.
Sir.
I'm excited because I know what he can do.
You Nolan,
You
what he
know.
can do.
Yeah. And I've seen all of Nolan,
Yeah.
you know, physically.
So have I.
oh.
Oh shit! I've
The
seen this whole
poster in my
filmography.
room.
I've also seen his filmography.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I'll agree with Adam. Like the way Chris Nolan does his teasers, and he's done this before with like Interstellar, with like the posters and stuff. And you're like, what the heck is this about?
Like, remember the first teaser? It was like stock footage. And
Yeah,
just,
I'm like, okay, again, what is this movie about? But that's how the way it should be.
Mm-hmm.
The trailer shouldn't be like revealing all this information about.
At least
the
not
plot.
the like a 12 months out like first teaser shouldn't be
Tease.
revealing shit, right?
Yeah.
The final trailer, yeah, give me some plot information.
Give me like
Sure.
one scene and just have it be fucking awesome, and I'm happy with that.
Mhm.
But at this stage, this is perfect tease. It's perfect. It's a perfect tease. I'm in.
Tim, you're
Tim.
holding that
Excited?
in.
I'm shaking with excitement. Slash, I really have to pee. I'm a big Nolan fan, obviously.
Are you?
You didn't know that?
I didn't know
I know. I've been a fan since grade 6.
that. Holy
I
shit.
saw Memento.
Was he making stuff in the 80s? That's
Yeah.
crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like high school production stuff, right?
He's old.
Back when you were in
Um,
college, when you saw Fallen.
Yeah. But yeah, looks great. Obviously, this guy can just fucking film a movie. Like, those beach scenes look incredible.
Do
And
you guys
it's
know
IMAX too?
who the director of photography is for this?
Hoyt Van Hoytma. My boy.
He's Interstellar
Amazing.
guy. And Interstellar, I've seen 2 or 3 times now. It gets better each time that I see it,
I can attest.
which I think is probably one of his weaker movies, which is
I
hard
can
for me to
attest.
say because I love
Really?
sci-fi. But yeah, this looks great, and I don't know what it is with audiences, but like you can almost feel like awkwardness when it cuts to the Dunkirk title, and it's just like completely silent, and the whole theater like doesn't really know what to make of it because they don't
No.
like get Nolan's teasers. I guess maybe they're just
Dumb.
like, what the fuck was that? That's
There
a
you go.
movie. Like,
There you go.
yeah,
That's the voice of...
Christopher Nolan makes movies in their events when they come out. He has like blockbuster movies that aren't really blockbusters. Like Interstellar comes out like summertime. Insane.
Interstellar in November.
Well, fuck me then. That's also blockbuster time, anyways. Though.
Whatever.
Still, looks
Right.
great. I can't wait.
Other directors will tell you he's the only director who can get a blockbuster budget for his own
Yeah.
movie that he
Yeah.
wants to do.
Like
An
Insane.
original movie.
original like IP, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Intellectual property, like it's based on a real event that happened, but it's all him, right?
And if you
So-
follow his pattern, he does one for them, one for me. Like Dark Knight Rises, Interstellar was one for him. Totally original story that he wrote with his
Yeah,
brother.
literally, Batman Begins, Prestige,
Yeah.
Dark Knight, Inception, Dark Knight Rises, Interstellar, Dunkirk.
And now Dunkirk obviously is like a thing that actually happened. So I'm excited also for the next one. That's going to be the one for him.
Yeah.
Those are always fun.
I could see him just like walking into a boardroom and just like literally just kicking open the door. First of all, just like boardroom door just being kicked open, and like, guys, I want to make a movie about Dunkirk. And they go, "Yup." They just start throwing money at
Making
him.
it rain.
I
Yeah.
think it's more like
How much money do you need?
Yeah,
he's in
We'll
his-
double it.
yeah. Here, just take our checkbook. Go.
I think he's in his office and they kick in his door and they're like, "Please, Mr. Nolan,
Make a movie, Dunkirk,
What do you
please.
want to make?" He's like,
We will give you so much money.
Right?
"I like
Mostly he does
Dunkirk."
WB stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they fuck up on like DC movies. They're like, Nolan, you need to come up with a new movie for us, please, because we are hurting.
It's like, I don't know why we didn't just get you to do
He's
the
like, I
Batman
need
one.
2 years development. They're like, nope, 6 months. Sorry.
And he's like, "Kill yourself."
I need 6 months and a blank check or get the fuck out of my office.
And like, "Here's $300 million.
Yeah.
Please don't break another IMAX camera. They're incredibly expensive." He's like, "Do you know of any World War II planes I can get my hands on?"
I know it's kind of off topic, but I've always really wanted him to do like pure sci-fi.
Was Interstellar not pure sci-fi?
No, well, like
pretty
sci-fi, like fantasy, like
Okay, like full.
Blade
Like,
Runner.
yeah, like
Yeah.
something like that, like really fantasy,
God,
fantasy
that'd be
sci-fi.
Yeah, because Interstellar is pretty much grounded.
Yeah, it's very grounded.
But yeah, him doing like an actual like sci-fi.
Can you imagine like
fantasy,
sci-fi
like, epic
noir,
or something like that?
sci-fi noir, like
Would be sick.
stunning.
I can't. It's too much. My heart.
He literally can't do it because all the blood from his brain is in his boner right now.
Yes.
right.
The Nolan boner.
On that note, that'll do it.
What better note?
That'll do it then for episode 57 of the Up Really podcast.
You can follow us on Twitter at UpRealLate. You can find us on iTunes and YouTube. Just search UpRealLate, and you can find me on. You guys are all looking at me. It's really weird. You can find me on Letterboxd at UpRealTim, where you'll see my half-star rating of Suicide Squad.
Get shredded.
You can find us on Facebook and on Instagram at UpReal8Podcast, and you can find me on the Letterboxd at UpRealTye, TYE.
You can find me, Adam, on Twitter at Franny25 and on Letterboxd and Instagram at UprealAdam.
You can follow me, Scott, on Letterboxd, UprealScott. And don't forget to leave a like on this video. Leave a comment in the comment section below if your name's not already Christoph Cohen. And
great to be back, Christoph. Great to be back. Fucking missed
support.
you guys.
And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you like our stuff. It really helps us out. So, yeah, guys, keep it real.